I'd rather let LeBlanc through, but they will ban it. Okay, so probably a first pick Thresh then.
Yeah, that was all caused by that Rise ban. So
Yeah.
Evelyn taking first against Horo. So
Yeah.
again, they're trying to shut down Horo's picks. We didn't see him have as much of a presence on that Elise in the game that he played against Najin Blacksword, and indeed they kind of awkwardly first picked the Elise as well. So the Ziggs gets through for EasyHoon in the other two games tonight. It has been banned against him. It has been a champion he's been super comfortable on. So Thresh and Ziggs, the early picks.
I think giving SKTS Ziggs and Thresh hurts Prime more than taking Evelyn away from Horo hurts SKTS.
Yeah, we'll see. They definitely have a plan for this mid lane. We'll have to wait to see how it unfolds, but it's difficult to deal with the Ziggs in lane unless you can get some early ganks down onto him. Now, do you take the Shyvana here? Marin will more than likely take Renekton against you.
Yeah. What's it going to be?
It's still some decent picks. I assume we'll see the Elise once again for Horo once we actually get over there. It is the last kind of remaining jungler that Horo is going to feel comfortable on. He just really isn't the style of player to go for that Kha'Zix.
Yeah. And taking a lot of time on these two picks. Lucian, Nami, okay. Just going for a solid bot lane.
Also potentially setting up a Yasuo pick.
Yeah, true. I'm a little bit surprised that they maybe didn't go with the Twitch instead. You know, I mean, the Twitch Evelyn has been such a strong combo. But
it is strong in terms of survival or in terms of pick potential, but
yeah.
If you want to go for more siege, then the Lucian offers you a bit more flexibility on that, and that's part of the problem with Twitch is that he does force you into a pick composition relatively heavily, whereas Lucian just has more flexibility throughout all phases of the game.
Yeah.
Now, there's the Elise that we did expect. Bang will be grabbing up that Twitch, and then top lane looks like it's going to be the last pickup, very last here as possible counter pick for SKT T1S. They're fine holding off on that pick as well because they know that they've got it. The Shyvana and Renekton are both still open.
Yep, they'll be able to get one of those two decent champions. And so the final two picks coming in. So, you know, what do you add to this? Do you go ahead and add the Nidalee in just to get that good siege?
Well, Nidalee is going to fare very poorly early on against Ziggs, but
that's the tricky part, yeah.
Rabbit has shown a preference for that champion overall tonight. The Zac in the top lane would be very weird. There we go, Shyvana to Nidalee, much more meta choices, but it is going to be difficult for Nidalee to lane against Ziggs early on. She's going to have to farm pretty heavily under her turret. And in a lane swap situation, the danger is here, if Renekton is chosen and the 2v1 happens, the dive from the jungle, Elise, and Renekton is very, very real threat for Nidalee because she'll get pushed in really quickly and then they'll follow through the jungle and just try and dive her. So Nidalee has to be really, really careful in the first 3-4 minutes of this game.
And Renekton locked in immediately. You got to wonder about picking a siege comp into a Ziggs too. It's a little bit suspect, but
well, the
Ziggs,
works out. If they can deny the blue buff, then they will be able to siege in about 15 to 20 minutes. So.
Yeah, that is true.
But it's all about hitting that timing. Now, they also have that Evelyn Nomni combo for good engage, and this composition will scale well into the late game.
And so there it is, the final roster for the final game of the night. Prime Sentinel versus SKTS.
The main concern here for SKTS is that they lack awesome engage. They're really reliant on landing a Cocoon or a Thresh hook. Otherwise, it's just about EasyHoon defending while Mara and Horo, Bang and Wolf roam around the map trying to make picks, which is very doable because of Ziggs' ability to clear multiple lanes at the same time with his ultimate. So as long as he has the wave control down, that will free up the other four to actually isolate people and burst them down.
I feel like in general we've got pretty strong comps for both teams, so it's all down to execution now. Prime Sentinel versus SK Telecom S. The winner moves on to Champion Summer. The loser goes home. Who's going to take it? The game's loading up soon. We'll find out. And here we go. Welcome to Summoner's Rift for the final game of the night. Prime Sentinel versus SKT.S. You got to give SKT.S the big edge coming into this one. They have looked fairly strong tonight, despite their missteps against Najin Blacksword, and certainly looked good against Prime Sentinel in game number 1, where they denied them a single iota of victory, you could say. No kills, no barons, nothing. No dragons, no towers.
Perfect victory.
Very rare to see at the pro level, but we saw it tonight.
Probably not going to happen this game because SKT T1S perfectly hit their power spike with that composition, and they played it out really well. This time they have that Ziggs, which does tend to create a little bit longer games, but it depends on how well this this early laning phase goes for them. Again, it's just a fan at level 1. No team's taking any kind of risks here on an invade. You definitely can invade pretty safely right now, especially if you have a ward start, but it looks like SKT wants to actually get the 2v2, so we're not going to see an early dive. Doran's shield going to be the item for Wolf, so he wants to get a little scrappy against the Nami.
So it seems like Prime wants to get the pressure on early. They want to get that siege going, because if it goes to the late game, SKT.S is almost certainly going to win it. They've got that scaling, and they've got the tools to sustain.
Ooh, it depends on the engage.
You
That's
think so?
the thing,
Okay.
yes, because they have such strong engage on Prime, and SKT.S has very weak engage with this composition. So it's a lot about vision control, because if Prime can group 5v5 and hit the Agony's Embrace and Tidal Wave combo, and then get Shyvana ulting into the carry line, it could be really dangerous. Twitch is a very immobile AD carry. You can take him out quickly, so I wouldn't be so quick to give them the edge. This is a game that depends primarily on whether the picks occur, because SKT.S really wants to fight 5v4.
We'll see what they can do. For now, standard lanes, no lane swaps as of yet, which means they're not going to happen.
And yeah, definitely, at least from the SKT.S side, this is where they want to be. They want to put down that harassment with their early game power. The Doran's shield, not going for the Relic shield this time. They just want to get into these skirmishes as fast as possible, use the damage from that Twitch and Thresh lane to its maximum, and they're doing a good job of zoning out Hyunwoo and the Star already.
Yeah, they've gotten that quick level 2, which is always a nice little edge to have. Pocket following a pretty normal jungle path.
We've seen a surprising number of 1v1s and 2v2s tonight.
Yeah, you know, I think it is still just kind of adapting to the patch changes, adapting to what to do with those early trinkets, and you know, generally when teams get nervous, they do standard lanes, it seems like.
Yeah, well, it'll be very interesting to see how the Masters Finals plays out, especially with an innovative team like the Samsung squad. So
I agree. I think that's where we're really going to see, you know, what the Korean teams are going to do with this patch. Or at least you'll see it.
You'll be mid-flight.
I will be very high up in the air with no Wi-Fi.
So early push happening as expected. Renekton and basically all the lanes from SKT.S, they are going for more of a full press strategy. And I'd be interested to check and see if we're seeing how much chip damage we're getting onto the turrets already, because SKT.S in this situation does have the option just to push in and instead of harassing champions, just harass turrets, and therefore just slowly whittle them down. And if that gets you into a point where you are just barely a hair's breadth away from like an instant 3,000 gold lead.
Yeah. That's the tricky part too, is that when a comp like this, and even though they do have good engage, they do want a siege, and if they can't do that, that takes away some of the potential.
So Prime definitely looking just to survive this early phase so they can get their first core item and then set up all together in a lane to siege. But if they can't do that because their turrets are so low, if they're in a position where if they leave their lane, then 2 turrets die, they're going to miss that power spike.
Yeah.
And that's what SKT.S's main goal should be right now, is just to deal enough early turret damage that any vacancy in a lane will result in 1 or more towers going down.
Here comes Horo trying to make a play on the Rabbit. They do get the cocoon. That's a lot of damage. Nice satchel charge. They get the flash. That is good enough.
Really good CC combo there from SKTS.
No
Great
summoners
satchel charge.
used, too.
Placement had 2 summoners used out of Rabbit immediately to survive that one, so he's going to have to play scared and go back to base
Marin
early.
in a little bit of trouble. Pocket coming right up to the top lane. Marin's just going to slice and dice away, but he's going to take a lot of damage doing it.
Well, he's got a healing pot, so he'll be okay.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
And Horo just going ahead and doing some jungling down the bot lane.
Not worried about where that Evelyn is, so he will go in for a little
counter.
Yep, indeed, and now Zig's playing very far back. So EasyHoon has decided to move the lane backwards just to force Rabbit to overextend, and therefore open up another possibility of a gank. Now Elise is seen right there. Ping's going down in the brush. Oro still looking for that angle. He's going to find it. Rabbit just playing so scared.
Yeah. Kind of have to at this point.
Yeah, this is really...
Oh boy. Oh boy, it's the same exact ganking path. There it is. Will he get the cocoon? Waiting for it. There's the cocoon. There's the ultimate, the satchel charge again. And this time, it's going to be first blood going to EasyHoon.
Just great wave control by EasyHoon.
In the bot lane, Gunmu has to back off. He will live through this, it looks like. But
really good wave control from EasyHoon in that situation. Just an awesome setup, and they forced Rabbit into a very horrible choice of falling far behind on levels. He was already not even level 6, so he couldn't escape that gank. EasyHoon hitting him with the ultimate. And just, again, SKTS showing a pretty dominant control over the early game, jumping out to a very fast 1.5K gold lead.
It is looking a bit similar to what we saw last time. Oh, Horo, good idea coming down to the bot lane just in case there is a gank. Pocket inching his way into the lane. Hyunwoo so low, though. I don't really know what they're planning on doing with this. I think Pocket just kind of there to prevent a possible dive.
Yeah,
I don't know. Do you think they actually want to make a play there?
Really low, and Wolf is very tanky with his Doran shield. They're going to be worried about Evelyn, but they have a couple wards. Now we see Rabbit heading on down into the bot lane. Just to clear out the pink wards look like, so that'll prompt Horo to back off, go back, try and get his blue buff over to Ziggs. Make sure they control that, because both of these mid laners very blue buff dependent.
Yeah. Definitely need that. Meanwhile, Goman, Marin just doing what top laners do, trading damage up there and farming. That's about it.
Yeah, Goman doing a good job of actually keeping up some CS in this situation against Renekton, but he is getting chunked out ever so slowly. EasyHoon just continue to wave clear. As long as Rabbit's summoners are down, he can continue to hold the lane right there with very little fear.
Yeah.
Blue buff will be passed over to Rabbit.
It's that awkward moment where you really can't recall, or your turret's going to take way too much damage, and you're going to get behind, you know, in levels and stuff too.
Okay, EasyHoon actually pushed the wave at the perfect time. So the he knew the blue buff timer on the enemy, and so by shoving the wave right there, he sacrificed that entire wave to the turret without Rabbit getting the XP. So he just continues to pull further and further ahead. Also got some very good unopposed damage down onto the mid lane tower. EasyHoon is just doing a fantastic job of messing up this Nidalee in the laning phase.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Bang and Wolf not doing a bad job at all in the bot lane as well. Bang has a really nice CS lead early on. And they've done a little bit of damage to the tower too. It's going to increase a bit here.
Yeah, they have to be really careful though, because if Twitch pops out, he's going to get aqua prisoned.
Yeah.
So he really wasn't able to get any autos down, but Hyunwoo and the Star out of mana have to go back. And we'll see if Elise comes down just for a turret, some turret pressure. Pocket is there. Pocket, not the best timing for him. They may just go for the dragon.
Yeah, they're going to set up that they're going to set up the pink ward and the tri-brush too to watch for that. And yep, now turning on to what will probably be the dragon. EasyHoon can push this lane up anytime he wants.
And the only way for Evelyn to get in there is with a flash over the dragon wall, just because of the pink ward placement. So this is just really well done. The planning definitely there for SK Telecom. They actually grab Pocket.
They do, yeah, they're going to go into the queue. There's the box as well. The Star trying to come up to help out. Wolf getting a little bit low, but they do get the kill onto Pocket. It even goes to Bang, which is perfect. They're going to body block the culling to prevent Wolf from getting taken out. Really nice gank, although it means that they may have a hard time getting this dragon down.
Well, they're not going to go for the dragon any longer, but with that kill onto the AD carry, they're confident that they can just push out the lane again. The longer you can wait for this dragon, because a dragon right now really isn't worth very much. So by getting the kill and getting another item, it says that you're confident that with this item, you're going to be able to push out again. You're going to be able to open up another opportunity for a dragon later when it's a little bit more valuable. So see if it works out for them.
Yeah, for now, though, Prime is going to do a lot of damage to the spot turret. A little bit of a point of concern, but still SKT looking pretty good overall. And now Bang coming in. Yeah, they're going to try to get some damage onto the star. Nice play. They force the flash, and here comes Horo. There's the tidal wave. He repels over it. Will he get the cocoon? The star, they may not even need it. Yeah, they'll get the kill. And that's another one for Bang. They're really starting to feed Bang well in the spot lane.
And Marin just using the Tiamat to move in, do a little bit of proxy farming while he knows exactly where Evelyn is.
Yep.
Dragon now taken. They don't even need Bang to be there. He'll be able to continue to zone out Lucian.
He's 2 kills plus a 30 CS lead right now for Bang.
Yeah, this is a pretty disgusting advantage for SKTS.
This is looking pretty familiar so far. And EasyHoon going in onto Rabbit. Will he be able to get the kill? Bouncing bomb nearly picks him off.
Under 10 HP right there.
Wow. Rabbit may be able to prevent the turret from going down, but
I doubt that very much.
All right, well, we'll see. Recall? Nope, not even going to try. 2 autos, and that's it. And so far, no turrets, no kills for Prime Sentinel.
It would be ridiculous for SK Telecom to get 2 perfect games in one night.
It's almost...
I don't think that has ever happened.
Inconceivable. And I know what that word means.
Okay, well, Marin gets caught out a little bit by Pocket right here.
Yeah,
Rabbit.
Rabbit is there. This could be their big chance to get a kill. Oh, he's going to teleport out. Yeah, he's going to be fine. Yep, there we go. Just teleports back to the tier 2 turret.
Yeah.
A little bit of a waste of that, but didn't want to ruin the perfect.
Yeah, and no CC there to stop him, so of course, so very easily done. Wolf actually going to body block that wave just so he can dive.
Horo's coming in. Bang takes some damage. Wolf with the nice play on the start. He's taking a lot of turret hits. The box slows down Hyunmoo, and Horo chasing now, waiting for that cocoon cooldown to come back up. He's going to go to repel anyway. Bang with the autos. Pocket comes in too late. Wolf makes it out. 2 more kills, and they will be able to take this bottom turret as well.
And they're running away from this one, or running away with this one, rather. 6K gold lead already in 12 minutes. They've been all over the enemy jungle. Now going after a red buff. Wolf is there.
Oh, Pocket.
Pocket doesn't want to go into that.
No, I don't think so.
Nice grab.
This one may actually be more one-sided than the first game tonight.
Oh,
I think the gold lead is actually a little bit higher.
Well, yeah, I don't know off the top of my head at the 13-minute mark what the gold count was, but this is not a good situation.
Marin just slicing and dicing away. The ultimate used by Gom, and that seems a bit unnecessary.
Marin not using Dominus right there either. EasyHoon takes another blue buff. He did get some more damage down onto the tier 2 in the mid lane.
Jeez, the CS leads are just massive in the mid lane in the AD carry position for SKTS.
And this is that scary moment where Twitch can be anywhere on the map because Ziggs will be able to clear out the lane, so Twitch is very free to move and to start ganking in other positions. We do see Thresh coming up there. Marin does need to go back to base. His teleport is down.
Yeah, so they will be able to hold that turret while he goes back and buys. EasyHoon already has that tier 2 down to half-life. And Rabbit, man, Rabbit needs to be careful. He's going to just die.
Bang is moving up into the mid lane, though. He's ambushed. He's trying to find somebody.
I think he's going to get that one in time, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, they caught him. Marin just sticking around. Horo is there. Maybe they can make a play on the Gom while his ultimate's down.
Yeah, Gom's ult is down. Marin's is up, so they could dive this. Looks like they're not going to be that aggressive at this point.
Yeah.
Falling out from the mid lane.
Still 6,000 gold lead for SKTS. That lead is not really going to change at all, I think, in the next few minutes.
No, probably not. Marin, he's continuing to shove this up. And Gom, now that his ultimate's back up, feeling a little bit safer to go in and onto Marin.
Yeah, he can be more aggressive. Checking for wards, but there are no wards to find. And this mid lane turret in a little bit of trouble, but we'll see. SKTK may just decide to turn on this. No teleport for Marin, though. There is a teleport for Gom, so they may be able to take this turret. We'll see how good the wave clear is from Easyhoon. Should be fine. He is
Blue buff Ziggs, please, Noah.
Yeah, I know. I know. I don't know this. I gotta say something, right?
Mara's just hanging on until his teleport is up right now. He's just very stubborn about how he wants to, or how hard he wants to defend his turret, and who can blame him? He also has the sustain based on the Tiamat already, so not too big of a deal. Now Bang and Wolf's getting a bunch of free autos down onto the bottom lane turret.
Combined over.
Moving up to the tier 2 mid lane. He's nearly gotten that one down as well.
Combined over 100 CS lead for the mid and AD carries combined on these teams.
That's pretty grim, especially it's 15 minutes into the game. I mean, if we're talking 30 minutes into the game, that's one thing. This is an entirely different ball game, though. Bang and Wolf just continuing to hammer away. Culling coming in. Wolf just body blocks all the Cullings this game because he's so much more tanky.
There just doesn't seem to be anything that Prime Sentinel can do against this. They can't stop this pressure at all.
Well, SK Telecom S did pick lanes that were going to put pressure down early. And Prime, they didn't lane swap, which I think would have been their best chance right here because you don't want the Renekton in the Shyvana lane. And just the zoning that we saw from Twitch and Thresh was too much for Nami Lucian to handle.
Another turret.
And you know that Nidalee's going to be pushed in early on, and SKTS just played 4 damage on the turrets, and that's been snowballing really hard into a massive global gold lead.
Yeah. Wow, so Marin, now that he has his teleport available, in good shape.
He's going to walk up to the top lane. There is a dragon coming up here in 30 seconds. Shyvana not really going to be dealing a lot of damage to that tower, considering that she doesn't have a Blade of the Ruined King. But gets some hits down. Marin teleports for this, which he really shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Then maybe she can take a top lane turret.
Yeah, I don't think that he's going to worry about that too much. They want to save that perfect game, but probably not at the risk of losing that teleport.
So everybody's setting up right now. Prime really doesn't have good vision. A lot of pinks on the side of SKTS. Hardly any wards out right now. Prime Optimus is so poor.
Yeah. And Marin can just kind of walk all over Gom at the moment. Just keeping the CS, keeping the lanes pushing the way he wants them to push.
Well, the Sunfire actually is causing him some problems.
A little bit, yeah.
But he will be able just to head out and defend under the turret. He's interestingly bought Boots of Swiftness this game.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. That's a bit of an odd pickup, but I suppose if you don't want to use that teleport to get back in the lane, it's a way to get there a little bit quicker.
Well, there is very little hard CC.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good pickup.
I mean, it can also run him away quickly enough to maybe use that teleport. I don't know.
I don't think that pick is entirely serious, just because there's
kind of styling a little bit.
He is styling a little bit with his wing shoes.
Yep.
Got to show off his fancy new kicks.
I would think he'd buy Crocs.
There just aren't that many slows on the enemy team either, so that's when you would really want those Boots of Swiftness, is with very low hard CC and a lot of slow.
Yeah. There goes the tier 2 bot turret. They might be able to finish this one off. Nope, not quite. Culling was up for Hyunmoo.
Well, and that's the thing, is that they've never actually been able to get the Nidalee and the Lucian into the same lane, and that power spike is now passing just because the pressure early on caused their outer turrets to cave, and now they have to fight, they have to siege in a very long lane where they're very vulnerable. It's here.
Oh, pocketing her outside. That's a nice ultimate. They are going to bring Bang out. Oh, just ahead of the tidal wave. Close call there, but they get him out. Oh, nice dark passage from Wolf. Yeah, Wolf and Bang look like a pretty stellar bot lane so far tonight.
Yeah, Easyhoon also just going to get another blue buff for himself. There hasn't been any denial of that for Ziggs, which has made his life quite easy.
Yeah.
There he goes, trying to clear out the mid lane with his ultimate right before he goes down. Cannon minion wave taken out.
Yeah, that'll take all the pressure off. Bang and Wolf went for a play there, but couldn't quite lock anybody down. So they'll just be content to keep the lane pushed up. Marin pushing his side of things up as well. Does need to kind of run away from the Shyvana now, but still getting a lot of good lane pressure on.
Yeah, and he's now going for the Warden's Mail right there, so just cashing in a lot of that gold, Marin. Be able to trade more evenly. Finally, some magic resist coming in for Golem, but yeah, just we're still on the road to another perfect game here, 20 minutes in.
Yeah. 3 turrets, 5 kills for SKTS. 0 turrets, 0 kills, 0 dragons for Prime Sentinel.
It's a pretty easy wave clear at the moment. Connecting, going after the double golems. Not really worried about the building minion wave so far in that top lane. Bang just muttering to himself in the jungle as he goes to take his red buff.
Twitch is a bit insane. Wow, Rabbit just getting poked so hard. Here comes the star, but the Dark's Passage will get Easy Hoon out easily.
Just so close to taking down that middle tier 2 as well. Easy Hoon has just been very patiently working away at that for a long time. Bang coming back into the mid lane.
Well, they're kind of setting themselves up. Oh, yeah, Bang coming in. A lot of damage onto Rabbit. Rabbit flashes out of the Zigzalt. Oh, they do grab the star. Nice death sentence. Can they make anything out of it? Not quite. The culling doesn't hit anybody. Oh, and with no culling and that wave coming down, even with Bang low, they take the turret.
Yeah, nice setup there. Bang has a Yomu's Ghost Blade, which is actually good on Twitch.
I suppose it is.
It is good for split pushing and for 1v1ing people. So we do see that come up from time to time. It just allows you to split push and take towers very quickly. Renekton now going back. Is Shyvana going to get a tower? Is this the moment of truth?
I don't think so. Not without any minions. I don't think he can quite tank that just yet.
He was proxy farming, so not willing to go after that one. So this is a good build on Twitch, especially if you're really far ahead, because you just guarantee that nobody's going to be able to 1v1 you.
The pick. This is the moment
Moro's
where Prime
waiting.
gets a kill. Moro is waiting. Rabbit's there, though. It is a 4v3. They're going to back off, just playing it safe. Good move there. Oh, Bang, not safe there. He's going to jump onto Rabbit, but there are more members there. Is he going to actually go in on this? Yeah, it's kind of dangerous. Bang taking the Lantern out. Ooh.
Lifestealed off of a ward there for a couple shots right before taking the Lantern for a little bit of extra safety.
Yep, good idea. Kills a ward, too. Just nice.
Burned his Yomu's active, however. Now Easy Hoon's there. And Renekton and Shyvana still just going head-to-head.
Oh, a little bit of damage, and Easy Hoon will take out that turret as well with the auto. They're going to grab Pocket going in on him. Whoa, he gets evaporated. The box comes down, the tidal wave, no follow-up. They're going to get the kill on the Nami as well. Flash ahead from Wolf. Will they be able to lock down Yunmu? Oh, nice predictive grab onto Rabbit. Yunmu goes down in the back to Bang. A triple kill for him already. Rabbit escapes. But SKTS just again completely destroying Prime Sentinel.
Yeah, and not a kill coming in there still for Prime Sentinel. The teleport used up by Golem at the moment.
12,000 gold lead at 23 minutes. What a stomp.
Yeah. I'm just intrigued as to whether SK Telecom.S can do this twice.
I know, like I'm kind of rooting for these guys. Like that's an achievement to be able to do that.
It's actually an extremely impressive achievement.
Yeah, I mean, Prime Sentinel doesn't look good tonight, but they made it this far. They've obviously been a very good team lately. And
not to mention, they're all top-tier players in solo queue as well, so to play well enough, wow. Pocket just gets blown up right there, does get a shield from his ultimate, but it's just not enough. Hyunmu has to flash out of that one, double kill. Wolf. What's so great about this, too, is the fact that they knew they could get Hyunmu, so he actually hooks Rabbit right there. And so they turn onto him, nearly get him down. Moro has to flash away. But had they had just a little more burst, they could have followed up on the death sentence so well, and at the very least, they stopped another spear from coming in. So just fantastic teamwork and target calling from SKTS.
Now they're going to just go out and take the dragon on the way. Everything going SKTS's way. Not a lot to say about that. 100 CS lead for Easy Hoon right now.
Alacrity enchantment for Bang as well. He's got the last whisper, so he's going to be able to chase nearly anybody down with that Ghost Blade. He is absolutely terrifying. He can probably 1v2 at the moment.
Jeez.
You can see one core item for poor Hyunmu and 3 core items completed for Twitch. This is just an insane difference.
Yeah, the goal lead up to 14,000 now, and he's going to probably dive for this. Yeah, why not? Didn't even really need to dive. Just pop the ultimate and pop Hyunmoo.
Used both active abilities, but doesn't really matter now that Culling's not going to be there in order to stave off the damage onto the inhibitor turret.
Yeah. Going to throw that pink ward down, making sure that Pocket can't get in on them with the ultimate. And EasyHoon, meanwhile, taking down the mid turret as well. They're going to go after the inhibitor. Gome and the Star are there. Pocket coming back. They're going to spot up with the pink ward, though. Nice cocoon in response, and they're going to get Horo out on the Lantern. Really well played, just so well prepared. Oh, and they actually hook Pocket. He's going to go in. There's the play. Wolf may have gone too far. No, the perfect game. Oh, Wolf manages to get, no, he doesn't make it out, and there goes the perfect game. Oh, so close. So close. And meanwhile, SKTS will clean up this team fight and go on to win, but.
Oh man.
Wolf, all right, you're fired. Goodbye, Wolf.
He went too far in with the hook. He landed the death sentence and then followed it up. So disappointing. We couldn't have 2 perfect games tonight.
Yep. Man. I'm so disappointed in Wolf right now. Oh well. You know, they might have been able to even to push for the win right there, but playing it safe.
Yeah, he nearly lived through that too if it hadn't been for the AoE coming off of Shyvana.
Yeah. Because
the heals were burned, everything coming out right there in order to try and save him.
Gome is the worst. Come on, Gome. Oh, he didn't kill that ward. He could have killed it.
He may not have seen it, actually. It's kind of in an awkward location, so.
That's true. You never know when a ward just isn't going to be visible when you go into a bush.
You certainly don't. Or when wards can't see other wards, that's the other magical moment.
It's fun with wards. Will they see each other? Will they not? You never know. All right, well. Fight a little bit with Marin. The 3v1. Marin's like, well, I guess if Wolf can die, I can die too. Why not? Oh, Flash. Hyunmoo should be able to finish it off. Zig's ultimate does a lot of damage. They will. Whoa, they'll get a kill in the Pocket, though. Bang coming in. He's just going to go ahead and try to 1v4 as the rest of the team catches up. There it is, EasyHoon with a kill. And now the rest of SKTS is there. A double kill for EasyHoon. Gome forced the Flash over the wall to escape. They don't even kill Marin. And look at that Wolf just taking down Rabbit. Nice and bloodthirsty. That's the revenge I like to see. Yeah.
That just looked hilarious.
The dueling support.
Just smacking him over and over again with the chain.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess that's going to be about it, huh?
The perfect game.
Yeah,
so
not
close.
There goes the first Nexus turret. They can just kill a few more people for fun, because why not? Everyone's going to filter in there and die. There goes the second Nexus turret. And wow, SKTS. All right, they've got to kill a few more people, I guess, before the end of the game. Nope, they're going for Nexus. There it is. SKTS cruises to victory on the back of 2 dominating wins over Prime, Sentinel, and that one death for Wolf ruined it. Could have had 2 perfect games.
Wow.
Oh, well.
That's about as close as you can get to